Alright peeps, welcome back to one version where we have 200 beavers here, slowly dehydrating and starving to death. And to fix that, I am gonna turn my camera all the way over here to where we can no longer see that occurring. Cause our big problem this episode is keeping this bloody river all topped up. Because we cannot replant these mangroves. We've got our OG from the start of the bloody season blueberry patch over here. And that's not even mentioning our wondrous spruce forest. Now this is all natural, and we would not want this to start drying up and corking it. Now to ensure that our 120 beavers doing in the one district stay kicking about, we are going to be expanding and completing our Tubeway system here. The first thing we're gonna do is delete these paths right here so our beavers can collect their big old 10 free planks back. I'm even gonna chuck it in one pile for them for easy pickup. Where did it go? That's alright, beavers can still access this 9 stack here. And now that that's out the way, I want to start getting me fancy pants hour hangs knocking about, connecting all the way into the existing bit of the Tubeway. And then, I reckon, once we've, built all of this up here and we no longer need the stair access, I'm going to utilise this plot of land right here for a Tubeway station. Now, I'll want the Tubeway door to be on this path right here, so let's get a bit of landscaping out. That should be all we have to do, and then it'll just be a very simple case of slapping down some dynamite on this area once again, once we've used it to build our mad Tubeway all the way up the Bardwater Aqueduct. And peeps, we started this episode with 606 watt, I'm already doing a 448. I really need to make sure that we pause these super duper advanced breeding pods. They are strictly for emergencies only. So let's get up to 99% on these bad lads. Let's go back down to speed 3. And then, just before the bar fills up completely, we're going to pause these bad lads. And of course, I missed one. So it looks like our next batch is going to be ready the second this gets to 99%. So let's get it up to 99% and then pause the game. We missed another one. This is going to be the end. And it's all because I've been too bloody greedy. I'm back up to speed 4. We gotta do it again. We'll never learn our lesson. Although we didn't actually lose any that time, so let's pause the game and not lose any more of these beavers. Not too bad. At least for me, we only went and lost 2 beavers on the big pause. But now we have 9 emergency beavers ready to pop. We should have 11, but 9 will do for now. And we're down to 245 water. Alrighty then, we are going to start slurping from the river here. At a maximum priority, of course. Now that may have been a mistake, but I really don't know. I actually really don't know. We need to make sure that we have at least 6 days worth of water, surely. It's going to take us 3 days to slurp this clean. Do we need to evacuate more beavers? Oh my! This is not a sight you wanna bloody behold like. So we won't. We'll go back to our big Tubeway setup here. And I just extended the door to 2, so we can get a casual tea for Tubeway in there. And then I know from my next connection, if we've got the door right here, I want to get a Tubeway out where this spiral stair is. Although, it looks like I can't do that because that's where the pit is. So, new replan, we're going to be coming out this side instead. Thankfully, those are essential platforms to uphold the bloody Bardwater Aqueduct, so they're not going anywhere. And then to keep with tradition, we're going to extend 2 more door blocks. That way, we can get even more Tubeways up and running. So now I reckon you can see what my plan is, to have the Tubeway in the middle and have it connecting on both sides. And we're going to send this Tubeway over the tippity top of this little laddie right here. Now, as for under here, we're going to get some benches and some braziers. What more could you ask for? But now that this section's all decorated, it's time to get to the other side of our rest and recovery area and think about precisely where we're going to plonk our next station down. And I reckon, if I plonk a station, let me just show you actually where I want to put it. I want to put it right there, facing that away. So it's right at the top of the stairs. So if we do a quick casual one of these, that will allow us to put our tubeway on. Now unfortunately, to build the rest of this, we're going to at least have to blow up those dynamites. Peeps, we're doing to 100. What are we about to go doing to double figure? What are this is knee good. 8.5 days remaining. I think we are genuinely going to have to rebuild out of these advanced breeding pods, which means I am doubly spewing about the fact that I'll let these two pop a sprog. But I'm going to leave our 120 beavers down here. Actually, can I be clever and also pause these when they get up the top? I mean, that might be a bit too much brain power for us, like, but if I can attempt to keep it up, I certainly will. Because realistically, I don't want to pop any babby sprogs for them to just dehydrate. That is horrible right there. And if I'm committing to this, then I'm also committing to no more slurping from the river. This is a proper time and a half, yeah, peeps. We are going to have a proper comeback on our hands after this. But yeah, now let's crack on like none of that's actually happening and just continue our tubeway build here. But before detonating all of these TNTs so beavers can get access even further in here. Yeah, now anywho, now that route here, we need to get our tubeway away from our beavers' rest and recovery area. We can't have the tubeway flying out on the top of these beavers while they're trying to, you know, rest and recover. You never know when the tubeway is going to set off a detonate. So instead, I'm going to draw myself a platform line so I can start to map out with tubeway here. So we know the middle is here. If we come out the middle, we'll be connecting in straight like that. Now, I just need to make this somehow work at all. And I did get a tad fancy with it over the corner here. Pop a 3x3 number. But that leads us very nicely into where we're going to be plopping with tubeway. So beavers, those that are either going to be left around, I need you to high priority this bad lad. Oh, and you've only got this bit corner to bang in. Well done, beavers. Yous are absolutely bashing it in. Now it looks like we're having our first couple of carkets, which means we're going to have a lot of carkets. Let's just have ourselves a bit of a hood off. Speed 4. Adventure here. Oh, wrong button, MiGly man, you numpty. You're teeing up speedy up bits and you're not even doing anything right. Right, now, let's have ourselves a bit of a speed 4. Deathly speedy up bit. Where we slowly but surely watch our 200 strong population of beavers shift their decimal point down a bit. Until there's none left. Oi, are you kidding? I thought you'd got it. Well, I came out of that a bit prematurely. No, I didn't. They all just woke up and bloody corked it. So yeah, now, we now have 121 beavers. 121 of them are probably about to cork it. The whole thing is starving and dehydrating. That is just not good. Let's not look over there. Let's just have ourselves a bit of a distraction therapy with this fancy pants bit of decoration we're going to put on the corner here. Whatever should it be? I mean, personally, I reckon we should just go full shrubbery on it. That should do with knee bother. Oh, peeps, I'm not going to sugarcoat this, like. I am not enjoying seeing our beavers just looking at the fields that once were. I know I marketed this farm as an OP farm and it just isn't, is it? It absolutely is near. It's been dried up for the last week. Fortunately, our river down here hasn't dried up, so we've still got all the mangroves. We've still got a fair dinkum bit of depth down here. But to be honest with you, I just want to hang about with the beavers and watch them live their lives because look at that Badwood aqueduct with the tubeway on top, and we're even starting the cupcake propaganda up there. Oh, that does take your mind off things, doesn't it? Everything's gonna be alright. Especially if I remember to pause these two this time. So let's just have ourselves a really far zoomed in speed 4 bit where I am purely just looking at that percentage there and pausing it at 99. I'm gonna come straight into here and pause this at 99, and that way we don't get to have a look at all of the population. No, look, we only lost one beaver. We only lost one beaver. That is fantabulous. Oh, at least they're well fed. All right, 4.4 days. 4.4 days. We could drain this river. We could genuinely drain this river. Right, let's get at least some water, so some lucky beavers won't cork it. Let's preemptively just get this bad lad up to unlimited, because we need water down here for the slurping and the irrigation. No! I forgot all about pausing these. Well, looks like we've got plenty of babbies knocking about, ready to dehydrate for any bloody reason. Oh, and the river level down here is low as well. Very, very shortly there'll be no more swimming left. But if naught else, the beavers can get their wet fur bonus by the free shower here. Doesn't take up a lick of water. I do love watching the beavers fly about in these tubeways though. Oh, especially when they're all in. When they're all in, this is going to be absolutely magical right here. And we're 14 out of 15 tubeways in. Where are we going to plunk our last one? And the place I've decided to plop it is right here. We're going to be plonking a bit tubeway station right on here like that. And then using a stair down, we're going to connect straight into the rooftop exercise plazas. Remember when I said I would be remiss if I didn't put the big old fancy bloody pathy tubeways on here? I was near lying. I would be absolutely remiss if I didn't get that up and running. Now I have just realised I'm going to have to get a tad creative here, which is fine. We can simply swap it around like that and it'll connect in with no issues. So now we got our tubeway going hour here. Let's real casually get our tubeway connected to the actual tubeway system. A little summit like that. Look at that, we got a big owl connection going straight from our there to our there. And we're going to do one better by deleting this tubeway station, deleting this 2x1 hour hang, so we can replop it with a 3x1 hour hang, get that tubeway station back in its place, and then go vertical all the way up until we connect in there. There you know, beavers, that bit is a maximum priority. The rest of this naturally is just a high priority. Now you can see here that we've got 3 tubeway stations that really should be connected. Look how close they are. So let's start at the easy bit, which is going to be our here. I do believe, because we've got stairs going down there, we're going to have to get ourselves a bit of an hour hang jobby, and then we get straight to a 6 long hour hangs. Oh no! Beavers are corking it of thirst left, right and centre. It's happening. We're doing to... Oh, another beaver corked it of thirst. Where did it happen? There we go. I'm just about to gun up the stair to have a back scratch, because that's the only thing up here. And no back scratch for you, Mr. Oh, Famu! Oh, rip, Famu. Famu just bloody passed through the top of the stairs. There's beavers passing through the top of the stairs, left, right and centre. This is not the one district that Davey Jr bloody envisioned. Oh no. We need to sort this out, like. And unfortunately, it's just too late. Look, 3 days remaining and would be sweet. But nah. 3 days remaining and we got beavers corking it left, right and bloody centre. Can you at least get that planted before you cork it, mate? But anywho, back to designing this bit tubeway. Oh, we're pretty much there. We can probably cut it short here. Come in 1 more block. And then we get a double platform on the crack. And we're straight connected in here. Look at that. Like nout's a matter. Couple of verticals and Bob's your uncle. Fanny is your bloody aunt. Oh, the beavers have basically got this roof on. So we can ask them to unpause this. Get it maximum prioritied. Because I have a feeling we're going to have to demolish this fancy stairway. Well, it was always temporary to get the roof involved anyway, but it's never nice saying bye to a bloody spiral staircase. Now, who's going to be the lucky beaver that gets to slurp up? Oh, no. Look at that. It is actually about to dry up. There's going to be no more slurping. Oh, this is it. This is properly it, peeps. There's 2 days remaining, and we have a bloody dried up river. Or at least I thought we'd have a dried up river by now. That was a proper waffle. 18 beavers left! And we haven't even had a beaver slurping. In that case, I'm just going to go through and real casually pause every single one of these workplaces that we've got. So the only workplaces I've left unpaused, oh, look at this paused map here, is the district centre, and I'm also going to unpause a couple more of these builders' huts. I want all of the beaver builders that we can possibly have. 399 empty beds, peeps! 399 empty bloody beds! Oh no! Well, I think in that case, it's time to just crack along and finish the design of this bit bloody tubeway here. Ooh, and as I'm designing this here, I'm seeing that our beavers haven't even built this overhang yet, so I might be able to extend that overhang out and have a quick connection in. Oh, it's happened! The river's dry! The river's dry, peeps! Oh no, we still have some water in here. Some is doing a lot of heavy lifting there as well. Yeah, now look at that. We still have some food knocking about. To an extent. We definitely have no water knocking about. So yeah, now let's just make ourselves that little bit happier by deleting these laddies. Oh no. We're gonna lose those materials. And this wasn't even what I thought it was. Ooh. Ooh. We could actually get fancy here, peeps, right? Let's have a look at this. If we get ourselves a bit of an hour hang that lines up, so one further than that. Now, yes. Oh, this hurts so very much. But we can just put that back on there as it was, no change necessary, and have a second little up that lets you go and connect straight out this side of the Hoomans estate. Now, we just need to fill this gap here. And can you pop a platform on top of a roof? Can you? Shite! That's alright, because we don't need a roof on top of here anymore. You know, beavers, if you wouldn't mind actually picking those up, that would be super cool. Oh, you can access this! Why, aye, beaver builders! Use the last of your strength. Oh, I don't want to see that big ball. Picking up the rubble. And as I was saying, we could get a real casual 2x1 followed by another 2x1 because we need to get over the top of the big old beaver statue there. And that way, we can connect a tubeway straight in a little summit like that. Isn't that beautiful? Especially once I add the 3 braziers. That, of course, keep the cupcake nice and warm. Oh, and we're beaver bangers. You know what? Before you all actually start corking it, because I say there's only 14 years left, let's get you to pick up this bit of rubble here, so we can design just how we're going to get from down here to up here. Oh, actually, that could be canny. I just thought of something. What if we just go straight across? Well, in that case, we'll get a double platform right there. Then we'll get ourselves a triple platform, accompanied by a big 6 long hour hang and some vertical bloody tubeways. So now we can go straight off that T there, all the way down the side, and with the help of a handy dandy platform, connect in to the rest of our tubeway network here. Oh, that is beautiful. We're going straight out the top of the rooftop terrace. Make sure the tubeways stay heated in the winter, you know. 1 day remaining of this drought, with 11 beavers remaining, 412 empty beds, and not a lick of water to be seen on the entire map here. I mean, anywhere. We even dried up the pools here. This river's drying up and dying. We've got no water in any of our bloody reservoirs here. They are all fully empty. And as I was doing that, Healeth died of thirst, and we're down to 10 beavers. Thankfully, our beavers, if nothing else, are busy at work, building for the next generation. But I reckon the real question here is, with our remaining 9 beavers, will we be able to get these double dynamites in? What else is maximum priority? I don't think anything else is. The tubeway system's all high priority. Oh, yeah. This bit of the tubeway system's maximum priority, but it's not connecting anywhere, so it can become a high priority job. Yeah, no, genuinely, nothing else is a maximum priority job. And look at this. Our beavers have got their big corner in. Their big cupcake propaganda. You know what? These beavers... well, you know what? I'm talking like these 9 beavers are going to cork it in the next 0.7 days. But I was going to say, these beavers here, they won't know any better. They'll be into a fresh new world. Hopefully they find themselves in Davey Jr.'s out inventor hut, because that's where 1 district's 1 vision is. Now there's probably gonna be a couple of years having the exact same thought as me. And I really want to whip out a bloody don't. Another one bites the dust. Every single time one of these corks it. But nah, that's a bit too mean. Like, I fully created this situation the beavers are in. And I can't hear me following them around singing another one bites the dust whenever one of them falls flat on their face for the very last time. Well, if nothing else, we can admire our beautiful roof here. Look at it, it's like a bloody inventor hut. Oh yeah, they don't spin anymore, do they? They used to spin back in the day. Now we just have solitary beavers knocking around in and out of these bloody tubes. What if nothing else? We got heaps of power knocking around. 1300 constant power, that is nouts a matter. Honestly, the only bit of the Tubeway we haven't got done is our here, because I haven't got round to micromanaging all of this properly yet. 4 beavers left! Alrighty then, we're going to pause all of these building huts here, and we're just going to have the district centre operating. That is the only thing that's unpaused on this map. This is, like episode 1 here, isn't it? Apart from, we're in a full bloody, look at all of this! We're 4 beavers! Oh no. How did we get here? How did we bloody get here, peeps? And I just need to make sure, I need to click it. We have enough time, yes. We've got 4.9 days to get some bloody water doing in here. We're gonna lose the kohlrabis. Ooh, that's not ideal. That's genuinely not ideal. How much food do we have? We're alright on food. We're okay on food. We are not worrying about food at all. We've got plenty stored up. We can spin up our industry once again. Ooh, okay, so... Oh, yeah, that's fine. These aren't going to dry up and die. We're going to be okay. Okay. We're going to be okay, peeps. We're going to be okay. 0.1 days. The improbability needs to end, and cycle 43 needs to crack along. Now, beavers, your one job on this whole bloody map is to try and survive. I'm genuinely shocked, peeps, that we have 4 live beavers. And we need those 4 live beavers to start slurping this water right out of this river system. Oh, if you didn't realise already, peeps, I genuinely thought we were going to lose all of our beavers. Oh, one more beaver corked it! Where is it? Genoru, why did you bloody cork it of thirst? Hang on, where did that beaver go, genuinely? Our last thing was... How are we having beavers grow up? Where are we having beavers grow up from? We've only got 2! Whoa, no! It says beaver grew up, but the number's going down. It's definitely... No, that's definitely saying beaver grew up there. And the beavers definitely didn't grow up. The beavers went down from 4 to bloody 2. We've got Bai and Freddy Zivri here. They're the sole survivors of whatever we had to call cycle bloody 42. Ooh, piece of TNT. Don't mind if I do. I won't blow up this one though, because we still need to get down to there. And speaking of TNT, did we get? We bloody did! Let's go ahead and detonate those bad lads right there. And you know what? My plan for this episode about halfway through was completely different to what's about to happen. I'm going to quickly speed forward. I'll turn the hood off, and then we'll watch the greenery come back to this place without a single lost mangrove. And now that we're back in speed 1, we've got some hydration, we've got exhausted beavers. I think it's about bloody time that we unpause every single one of these advanced breeding pods. We're going to pause these 4 water slurpers. I'm unpausing these 4 water slurpers down here instead, because they're a lot more efficient. I want 2 maximum priority haulers. And I want 2 high priority builders. How many beavers does that leave us with? Oh, we need to wait for all of the adults to spawn first. So with 9 adults remain, I want to get everything replanted. Particularly up here. Now that leaves us with 1 workplace spare. And since we have absolutely 0 planks, I reckon they're just going to casually be a planker. Oh, look at that, we have a babby! Our beavers have started using the breeding pods again. That is fantastic. And keeping an eye on our one river level here, I want to ensure that we get a decent level, but we do not want to start overspilling. So let's now get this down to 0. Hopefully, for the rest of this temperate season, we can keep water in this river like nout's a matter. Oh, look at that perfect timing. Some mild floodage, but nout came at the end here. No wasted water. So we've got our farmers knocking about, replanting every single bit of... Ooh, I told you I'd forget about these, didn't I? Let's bring these 2 farm houses down to 1. That way we'll still have 2 beavers grafting in here. And honestly, peeps, I would say this is pretty much perfect here. Like, apart from the fact that we don't have a tubeway system connected, what we can do now is slowly but surely rebuild our beaver population. And because we're not slurping so much water, we'll be able to fill our big old reservoirs and maybe, for the first time in one version's history, have a proper fair dinkum cascade. And to ensure that we don't have this problem again, I am going to be pausing every single one of these advanced breeding pods once again. These advanced breeding pods / the breeding pods that were around the campfires to begin with were always intended to be emergency use only. Plus, as we do a mild speedy up bit of getting all of this in, you get to see the reservoirs fill up a bit. You get to see the bad tide roll round, unfortunately. And hopefully the long reservoir fills up enough to go and ruin the corner of the bad water. Now, did I just get speed 30'd? Are all of these they are? They actually are! How are you 76? Oh, we need to be cracking along with some catalyst, that's right. 2 bros in the catalyst converter. 1 bro slurping up bad water. And since we got some unemployed beavers, let's get all of these jobs back up to 2. Oh yeah, cheers for telling us that I never actually unpaused the building and all, I thought. Eee, what an absolute numpty. And not just because I bloody... Oh, the bad tide's here, it's a 23 day, but it's alright. Because we've only got 34 beaver mouths to feed and water. Alright, now that we're getting close to 99, press... Come down to speed! Come down to speed! Wow, it takes quite a while for my computer to register the clicks once I'm at bloody speed 40. Like, we'll pause that. And then we're going to go back to speed 30 and actually pause the breeding this time. While I'm waiting for this percentage to get up to 99%, I want to say I hope you've enjoyed this episode of bringing back one district and one vision from the brink of extinction. And be keen for the next episode where we are going to once again get the Tubeway up and running. But until then, I hope you have yourselves a canny old weekend and a toodaloo.